Okay, let's go to the same run again. This time I'll try to explain what's happening. There is actually a lot going on in just 30 seconds. So, starting off with Whirlwind to drag all these guys with me. Then Charge. Notice that all three groups are moving along with me. Another Charge, Leap. And by this time you can see that I already have 3 stacks of the Fury buff, which means 1500 power. And I also have 4 stacks of Frenzy, which means 20% increased attack speed. I'll soon bring those charges to 5. So here, if I stay too long, I have very low toughness, so these guys are going to kill me. So I'm moving a bit to the side and then Whirlwind again, Charge again, and Leap. Leap also provides a pretty serious defensive buff, and I don't want this one to expire, otherwise I get pretty squishy. As you can see, these guys pretty much disappeared. That's mostly from Tornadoes and partly from Storm of Swords. Okay, let's pull these guys too. Notice how I'm not running to the end of the map, I'm trying to stay near the center. This way I travel a shorter path and it's faster. And I also try to suck in as many elites as possible. You can see them on the minimap. That's where I look most of the time. Now TOS has procced, so I have plus 3000 critical damage, and yeah, that pretty much means that Kara is going down with just one leap. Okay, so here we can see that Tornado did most of the damage. Storm of Swords, actually it did most of the boss damage. And Whirlwind is not too bad, 19%. That's because I have high nature damage and Whirlwind bracers. Let's go through the gear and stats now. Okay, so I'm still doing trial 100 at champion level 1700. I'll start doing 105 very soon, around 1800. The reason that I'm waiting is because 100 gives almost the same experience, just 13% less, but it's faster. And also I have very low toughness. I have just 400 vitality, as we're going to see, so it's easier for me to survive at 100. Here you can see that I'm running both physical and nature damage. That could be considered an exploit, but it was officially allowed. At some point it will going to be fixed by the developers, but currently it's very easy to make those. I'll show you later how to do it. The added benefit is not huge. It's maybe around 15% extra damage compared to putting power, for example, instead of physical or nature damage. So as you can see, I have around 1000 critical rating plus the 2000 bonus from from charge it makes 3000 or 50% chance per hit, which is pretty nice. Power 2700 so far, plus 2500 from Fury, it's more than 5000, which is pretty decent. Haste, I have a relatively high attack speed, even though haste is low. That's because I'm dual yielding. And also I have Vial of Wind Spirit, which adds up to 400 haste. So haste is alright too. As you can see, I'm investing most in critical damage, physical damage, nature, almost no vitality. I have to put a bit more for 105. But if you're not used to the build, I'd suggest to put a lot more. Like, I'm running with 700,000 toughness. I'd suggest 1.5 million to be more safe. Life on hit, it's not bad to add one life on hit item for XP farming. It's gonna make your recovery faster. But your main recovery comes from the Whirlwind Axe, which recovers 3% every time Whirlwind does damage, which is quite often. So pretty much every time you cast Whirlwind, your health replenishes. I'm running very high ability, and I'm also running 2000% extra gold, because I'm farming both gold and experience at the same time. If I wasn't, I would put more ability and a bit more vitality, more of everything. But to be honest, it's perfectly fine like this. I'm satisfied with how fast my runs are. It's around 35 seconds on average. Some runs are 25, some are 45. 25s are pretty rare. Gear, I'm running 6 Fury, critical damage everywhere, ability as much as possible, as you saw. The jewelry, I already showed it to you, the previous part. You can check it here. And in terms of the uniques, I have Belt of Whirling Storm, because it decreases the cooldowns of all skills. I'm running Talisman of Storms, Vial of Wind Spirit, and a Whirlwind Bracer. Weapons, I'm using the axes because, as I said, they offer good recovery. I'm not using Cleave, which is one of the biggest benefits of the axes, but I find that Whirlwind deals pretty much the same damage as Cleave, and I don't have to stay in one place